All right, Mark here, cooking the books, bringing the info. So, I just finished a little jog, nothing crazy, nothing intense. Real light little run. I think it was maybe half of a mile. Nothing that, like, I literally was just like ran around my block a couple times. I just felt a little restless, so I said, let me just run around the block twice. So, that's less than a mile. It's probably like 2/4, if that, not even. But whatever. So, the topic real quick, subject matter I want to talk about real quick is obviously is the current events that's trending right now, police brutality and stuff like that. And I want to say this, right? If you're under the sound of my voice, anybody listening, don't wait or don't use, a police officer killing me to remind me of how much better we as a group need to do. I'm gonna say it again. Don't use the occasion or the opportunity of a homicide of my race, of myself, to remind me of what I need to do, how much better I need to do. It's victim blaming. First of all, it's the easy answer. It's victim blaming. It's the equivalence, right, of telling the young lady or asking the young lady, what were you wearing that got you raped? You see how silly that sounds? You don't ask a woman, well, what were you wearing that triggered the rape? A woman could be wearing a Muslim garb, right, with only the eyes showing. If there's a sick, demented rapist in the street, he's going to rape her. It don't matter what she's wearing, she's going to get raped. If there's a sick rapist in the street, a woman should never ever be blamed, or there should not be a hint, a whiff, an intimation of personal responsibility on her part for being raped. No more than there should be no hint, whiff, intimation of personal accountability on my part when a cop kills one of us. I'm sorry. Here's the reality. I talk to people. I tell somebody the other day, mathematics is the universal language, and if you understand mathematics, you'll learn a lot about life, right? And algebra, there's an algebraic expression called the function of x, or function of x, or the function of y. And the reason why I bring it up is this, right? In mathematics, there's something called a differential equation, and pretty much it shows you the correlation between two variables, right? Input, output. There's a correlation between two variables. So the function of x equals y. The function of x correlates to y, right? And y correlates to x. So what that means is, without getting too wonky or too technical, it means this. Whatever changes happen, let's say x, whatever x, it's variable, it's an unknown, is representative. Whatever x represents, let's say x increases by 10%, y is going to increase by 10%. There's a direct correlation between x, the function of x, and y, right? And this is algebra, right? If x decreases by 10%, y will decrease proportionately by 10%. Again, the correlation is direct, right? Then there's the inverse, meaning if x goes up by 10, y goes down by 10. If x goes up by 10, y goes down by 10. If x goes down by 10, y goes up by 10. Again, it's a direct correlation. It's called the function of x, and it's an algebraic expression, right? Without getting too technical. And the reason why I bring that up is to show you that mathematics as a universal language teaches us how things work. A cop killing should not have the same correlation with me doing better. With a cop homicide, a cop committing murder upon myself, my group, my race, my taxonomy, right? Taxonomy should not have a correlation to me doing better. The killing of an unarmed black person should not trigger, it should not stimulate, spur, nor catalyze a conversation of my ethnic group doing better. It should not be a correlation between cop killing. That correlates with, it has a direct correlation with self-ethnic criticism, right? I should not criticize my ethnicity, my ethnic background, my group. That conversation should not be correlated or catalyzed by cop killings. No different than a woman being raped. A conversation should not be what were you wearing. There's no correlation between it. It's a sick way of thinking, and not only is it a sick way, I'll give you one better. It is the subtle remnants of the Willie Lynch syndrome. It is a subtle remnants of the self-sabotatory syndrome. It is a subtle remnant of self-ethnic deprecation, right? Let me self-deprecate. Let me self-criticize, right? When I get killed. Think about that. Think about that. I get killed, and the conversation that entails, that ensues, that follows that is, yo, we need to come together and we need to do better. Let me ask this question. Why can't that conversation stand independently on its own? I'm not saying we shouldn't have that conversation. I'm not saying we can't do better. I'm not saying we shouldn't do better. Matter of fact, if anybody's been watching my videos, I don't even need to say that. All my work on here, all my content is evidence of that. So what I am saying, however, is do not make the correlation between a cop killing me and correlate that with me needing to do betterment, me needing to self-improve. Those conversations should be separate. They should be distinct as night and day. There should be no correlation between them. You can correlate anything in this life. It doesn't make it factual, and it doesn't make it right and truth. Again, let's not, use those opportunities to self-criticize, self-deprecate, self-assail. We already got assailed. We already got killed. Let's not now take that as an opportunity to self-sabotage, to self-criticize, self-analyze, self-analysis. Do all that independently of a cop killing me. Don't wait till a cop kills me and then there's a protest, there's a march, and then the conversation is, we need to do better. I can't make that correlation. And I see a lot of celebrities doing it, a lot of rappers, actors. Out of this is the conversation of, we need to do better. Okay, can I not get killed, for me to do better? You see what I'm saying? Can the conversation not come out of me getting killed? Like, let that conversation come out of me robbing, stealing, me getting caught doing something else. But can that conversation not be the spawn, the birth child, the scion of a cop killing? Why a cop kills me and now self-criticism entails? I need to do better. We need to do better. We can do better. Fine. Can we have that conversation independent of a cop killing me? Till next time. Peace.